All right. I think we're good to go. Audio sound good and everything? I mean, everything's unchanged from last time, but if anything needs tweaked, let me know. I should sound pretty good though. I should sound pretty good. That sound good? Nice. This is actually peak. I'm excited. I keep getting worried that the car sounds louder than me, you know? I'm a little concerned. But if I sound louder than the car, then we're good. Oh. Okay, buddy. Okay, pal. One sec. I'm gonna turn myself up one. It's okay if I'm significantly louder. I just want to have it be balanced. That's all. I can be louder than the game. I'm what you're here for anyway. Screw this stupid game. Alright, welcome aboard. Or welcome to episode 2 of Forza Horizon 4. I'm your host, Tristan, as always. The coolest, the best. So last time, oh hello, oh hello, okay. We're off to quite the start. So, last time we completed our first 2 road races, made our debut here at the Horizon Festival, and picked up our first whip here, our nice orange Dodge Challenger. Look at this beauty. This thing is quite nice. However, today, for our first endeavor, we are going to begin the second series of races. So there's multiple different categories that the races go into. Obviously, we started with road racing, but now we are heading to dirt racing with the Tarnhouse Scramble. So because we are heading into dirt racing, we're going to put those 79,000 credits we have to our very first brand new car. And where else to get it than the Horizon Festival site. Alright, so we're a little bit limited on what we can do. Oh, we actually can't buy a car yet. Huh. Oh, we're still level 1. I totally lied. Forget everything I said. I forgot we have to not be level 1 to get a new car. My bad. So we're gonna be on the struggle bus a little bit with our Dodge Charger in the dirt racing league, but it's fine. We're good. So let's go ahead and travel a mile here to our first. Okay, but buddy, one of us has to go. All right, there we go. Roads are making me a little mad already, and I've been live for 3 minutes. Yo! Come on! What is going on? Anyways, let's race. I'm ready to actually just like smoke people in this race. I'm not having it with the drivatars today. Nice little cruise through the trees. And here we are, our very first dirt racing event. When we're on... Oh, never mind. Loading screen didn't last long enough for me to tell you. I'll tell you later.
Our friend over there will get you set up with some new tires. Come and see me after the race if you need anything else. Ah, it's you. I heard about the stunts you pulled for Joel. You know how to drive, don't you? Sorry, I'm Alex. I run dirt racing for the festival. Speaking of which, you'll need a car that can handle the dirt.
Well, I'll be damned. Looks like we are getting a new car. So, just like with the road racing series, we get another 3-car selection. We need a whip that can handle the dirt. As he said, we've got 3 great options to start with. We have the Ford Escort RS Cosworth, this nice blue Subaru Impreza WRX STI, and finally, the Lancia 037 Stradale. Now, while there are some great options here, and while they all might just have some of the most obnoxious looking headlights you could ever have on a car, we are going to be going with the car out of these that I know better than any. The Subaru.
Nice. The Subaru. That flat 4 boxer engine is an absolute beast, I'm telling you.
The Subaru Impreza is actually one of the best dirt handling cars in the entire game, and you get it at level 1. We're going to be using nice. We'll be using this car a lot through the Let's Play, so get used to seeing it in its nice black interior and blue exterior. And with our new car, let's get to racing. The Tarn House Scramble. All right, let's go. Racing with myself, once again here. We're heading into a 3-lap circuit here, and what makes dirt racing so different, despite the fact that obviously it's done on dirt, is that not in the right vehicle, it can be quite the pain to control in the dirt. We're going to get into some races later on that are going to be more expansive versions of the dirt racing, but for now, the standard dirt racing cups are some of my personal favorite races in the entire game. I will get later on to my soft spot when it comes to off-roading in Forza, but just the standard dirt races are really fun. It's satisfying to slide on these tight turns like this. Could have been better. That was pretty good for what it's worth, you know? And as you can see, even then, the dirt racing has a little bit of road racing mixed in with it. And already, right off the bat, you could probably see, oh, nice jump there. The Subaru is much quicker and much, much slicker to handle than our good old-fashioned Dodge Challenger. The Challenger came out in 1969, and I don't remember the year specifically of the Subaru Impreza, but it's quite the upgrade regardless. A little bit later on in this episode, we're going to get into the statistics of every car and how you can judge the value on how good they all are, but for now, let's just make the most of this, right? We are way ahead of the pack. So I'm going to take some time to talk about the HUD, or what you can see on the screen. Obviously in the top left you have the lap count and our lap timers, and in the top right we have our position, judging on where we are in the race. In the bottom left we have the mini-map, or the radar, where you can judge where we are. Obviously, the blue is the track, and that little white arrow is us, but as you can see, the little D's on the map, those are the Drivatar markers, showing off everybody else. And in the bottom right, we have our speedometer with the miles per hour and what gear we are in represented by the number in the middle, just to give you a little bit more of a feel to what's going on. And as you can see, there's these big numbers racking up in the middle of the screen. These are our skill points. The more cool things that we can do, such as drifting, getting high speeds, wrecking through trees and fences and whatnot, racks up that number at the top, and it unlocks skill points, which we can use to upgrade our cars. We'll get into that a little bit more later on, but just so you don't get lost in the things on the screen, I think it's helpful to know. And with that, we are right on time to wrap up the race.
Yes! First race in the bag. How do you feel? Dirty? Brilliant.
Dirty. 14,000 credits to our
You
name.
could go far in my dirt racing series. Perform like that again and you might just make it into round 2.
There we go, we're level 2, yes!
Looks like you've nearly qualified for the autumn season. And remember, the more driving you do, the more you'll build your influence.
Alright.
Hey,
Oh, and we have our...
Fancy winning a prize? Here,
Kira will
have a
explain.
wheel spin.
45,000 credits, that's not bad! So the wheel spins are kind of just roulette wheels that spin and give us a random reward. As you can see, we can unlock things such as cars, different pieces of clothing for our characters, emotes, and even, in some cases, money. You can get big prizes from this, such as 400,000 credits, all the way up to legendary supercars, or just some stupid emote you can do before a race. Really, wheel spins are just luck of the draw, and my luck was pretty poor to get 45,000 credits. That's not good. Actually, it's okay for early game. I'll give us that.
I'm hearing good things about you. Oh, sorry, my name's Jay. I might have something that'll interest you. There's a street race meetup, and I think you should check it out. See you there?
Alright, and as you can see, we've unlocked now our third type of race in the street scene. These are traditionally races that are a lot like road racing, but are done at night, and typically, compared to road races, street races are a lot more thin and narrow, so there's a lot more like car-on-car collisions, and the races as a whole are more intense. We're not going to start the street scene yet, as there's a couple more things I want to show you before we qualify for Horizon Autumn. But with that, let's continue forth. Alright, here we are, our first dirt race done. Now, quickly, before we head to our first street race, I want to go down here to the left and show you one of the many collectibles that we'll be picking up across our journey. So if you can see on the map here, there is a little purple sign with a lightning bolt.
Yo, Scott Tyler here on the one.
And if we turn in here, we will find... Oh, is it in here? Where is it hiding at? Where is it at? Let's see. Somewhere. Might be through here. Oh, is it? Where's it at? Is it on the house? It can't be on the house. Surely it's not. Okay, there it is. So, whenever you drive past one of these, they will pop up on the map. These are fast travel boards. There's actually two different types of boards that we're going to be aiming to collect. There are influence boards, which, when you smash into them, give you influence, which is the experience points to level up. And these boards with the lightning bolts, when you smash into them...
So, Kira told me about these. Smash a fast travel board and you'll get a discount on the Horizon fast travel service. Smash them all and the festival will cover your costs completely. Good to keep in mind for our many adventures.
So yeah, if you crash into all 100 of the fast travel boards, you can pick anywhere on the map and teleport to it instantly for completely free. Now, honestly, I think this is a stupid game mechanic, right? We'll be collecting the fast travel boards just to have them. To me, it is completely pointless to teleport anywhere you want on the map in a driving game where the whole point is driving from point A to point B. So we'll be collecting the fast travel boards, but we're not going to use the teleporting because I think it's dumb, right? Why would you not want to drive? You think the Subaru is pretty? I also think the Subaru is pretty. I think it's a very, very nice vehicle. All right. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I just wanted to show you the boards, so whenever you see me smashing through them, it makes a little more sense. There's 100 of both, I believe. Nope, I lied. I believe there's 50 fast travel boards and 150 influence boards, but I could be wrong. We'll see along the way. I still don't have all of them on my main account, so it might take a little bit for us to get them all. We'll try our very best. For now, let's head to Batham Gate to do our very first street scene race. Since it's a little darker out, we'll have some places to soak in the car. Let's hop into the front. Steering wheel's on the right side of this car. That's a little strange, but... one of my favorite things is just to soak in to the drive, you know? I like just turning the radio on and taking a cruise and soaking in the environment, because honestly, I find this game personally to just be beautiful. This is our very first time in another small town. This is the town of Broadway. Like Ambleside, which we explored in episode 1, it's just a quaint little village. I personally really like the streets of the Broadway city. I think it's quite nice. Little festival going on over there. Cut through here and hop on over to Batham Gate, our first street scene race. Now obviously we have the choice between both of our cars, so quickly before we head into the race, I want to break down statistics. Now we're getting into the numbers a lot here, so bear with me for a second. As you can see on the left side of your screen, we have the Performance tab. This is where you will see the 5 main stats for every car in Forza. You have speed, handling, acceleration, launch, and brake. They're all pretty self-explanatory. Speed is how fast the car can go, handling is how well it can control on and off road, acceleration is how quickly it reaches top speed, launch is how quickly it can reach max acceleration, and braking is how well it can brake. Obviously the numbers are very important, but it's all grouped together into that little number you see in the bottom left, where it says S1 852. Every car in Forza is graded. The best grade that you can get is X, which is by having all of the stats maximized. However, we're not going to have many of those cars in the game. It goes from X to S2 to S1 and then to A, B, C, D, with D being the absolute lowest for cars that are just slow and terrible. S2 and X are classified usually for the hypercars, your Ferrari, your Lamborghini, the much faster, more supreme cars, you know? S1 is not bad. S1 is actually pretty great. The S1 cars are usually the ones that are the most comfortable to drive without being so fast you're flying off the road. So, the Impreza that we've picked up is graded S1. and its overall stat number is 852. The max stat number is 999. That's for all max stats and perfection. The lowest stat number is 100, which is having every stat at just 1. Yes, there are cars that are that incredibly slow. We'll get into them later on. So, just keep an eye out for the letter or number grade you can see. If a car is S1 or S2, then it's typically really good. If it's D or C and even B, it's relatively weak. For example, our Dodge Charger that we picked up at the very beginning is A-Class, which is perfectly fine, but it's not going to get you anywhere. So for now, we'll be sticking with our Subaru. I know a lot of that might have just seemed me throwing things at you. I'll explain them more later.
You ready? Ready? Let's do this!
Oh, it's you. You made it. I'm Jay, by the way. Alex wouldn't shut up about you, you know. If you drive half as well as he says you can, these guys will love you. Oh, before we start, you've got to know this isn't strictly sanctioned by the festival. So don't mention this to Kira, all right? I gotta go. Work to do. See you around though, yeah? These might not be official, but you keep coming to these meets. I'll make sure everyone at Horizon knows your name. Looking forward to seeing what you can do out there. Have fun now, yeah?
We will have a great time. Thank you, Jay. Alright, let's get to it. Now, as you can see, typically in the street scene, you'll see supercars, you'll see muscle cars like this guy's driving, or that guy up there ahead of us. Oh dear, a little bit too much on that turn. That guy up there ahead of us is in a transit van. The car variety in the street scene is kind of what makes it so awesome, because it's so diverse and unique. Everybody's driving a different vehicle, which is so cool. Try to cut around this guy. Alright. Uh-oh. We're off track. Okay. Cutting inside. Guy in front is in a Ferrari, I believe, by that red look, so might be a little car to work around him. Nope, never mind, we're breaking through. Look out. Getting some nice crisp speeds now. Love the late night races. They're so nice. The street scene races, I believe, are usually in the dark, and it just looks so cool, you know? Traffic in the way of the race? Come on. Whoa! I did not expect to get a little bit of air on that turn. Fireworks in the distance. Hot air balloons. Alright, we got a bit of a clean cut here, so let's try to get some big speed. Oh yeah. And there we go! Street scene complete. That one guy was in a Ferrari.
So, street racers have all these unspoken rules about respect and honor and who can and can't join, but all you need to know is, drive like that and you're welcome anytime.
Alright. 3,000 influence. We're so close to Horizon Autumn. Yep, we're up 4,000 influence away.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Just to let you know, there's another round 1 dirt race starting soon if you fancy it. See you there? Oh, and me and Jay have just finished setting up a new danger sign. You should check it out if you fancy some thrills along the way.
I think we do fancy some thrills. Alright. Street race is down. So with that, we're going to go catch some air. Across the festival, besides races and things like that, you're going to find all sorts of other activities, such as speed zones, drift zones, things that will just freshen you up on your skill every once in a while. But we're starting with the danger zone. And as we drive through the pretty Tarn House Forest, should look a little familiar from earlier, we're going to hit the gas. And get a touch of danger.
These were boarded up to mark potential hazards. Then me and Alex went around and put
3
whacking
stars.
flags on all of them. Voila, a danger sign is born. So long as you survive, they'll probably let us build more.
Danger signs are awesome. They're some of my favorite things about this game. They are so cool. They're just little jumps. Oh, well, not really little. They're just jumps that you can catch all throughout the Horizon map. So we'll be hitting them from time to time, going for the old 3 stars. Just for a little bonus reward. And it's fun to hit the jumps and watch the cars fly, you know? Alright. As we drive through the town of Ambleside, which should look familiar to you. We did a little road race through here last time. Now, we're going to do a dirt race. The Ambleside Scramble. Fitting name. Alright. Let us go. Oh, the Subaru Impreza's from my birth year. It's from '05. I would have never guessed that, actually. Got a nice 3-lap dirt race. Oh, man, hello. Tight turn off the bat. Oh, my bad. I definitely just smashed up that guy's window. We are getting physical on this one. May have taken that turn a little intense, but it's okay. Whoa. This guy needs to get out of my way. Oh my. Okay, there we go. First lap down. Just gotta get past this guy up here in first. Don't hit the wall! Yes, we're good. That was a nice turn. This one's got a lot of dips and bumps and right turns. Quite the circuit here. I am so bad at that turn. Whoa, were those chickens on the road? I don't think I've ever seen that. Jeez. Alright, third and final lap in the Ambleside Scramble. Trying to get a nice crisp lap on this one. A little bit of dirt on the back of the Sub, but that's okay. Oh, okay. Well, there goes our nice crisp lap. I just slammed into a tree. Hey, look, it happens sometimes, okay? I definitely just ran over that chicken. Quite the eventful race as we wrap up our second dirt racing circuit. There we go. And hey, also, if you have like questions or anything or comments, you can throw them in the chat. Feel free. I'll read chat and stuff like normal. Look at that. We're 182,000. We're getting the money now. And with our influence...
Right. Good news is you've made the cut for the Horizon Autumn season. Bad news, obviously, is that it doesn't start until autumn. You don't mind sticking around, do you?
Hey, I owe you big time for helping me out earlier. Meet me here. I want to repay your favor.
So yes, we have qualified for Horizon Autumn, which is awesome. I'm so excited. Autumn is my favorite season in this game. I love autumn and winter, so I'll have a lot to say about them when we get to it. But for now, before we head off to autumn, seems like Joel has a bit of a surprise for us. If I could mark it. There we go. Got a bit of a long drive at 4.3 miles, but we are heading to our very first player house. There are multiple houses scrambled around the map. I believe there's 11 or 12 in total across the map. Houses basically provide as little resting points where you can do the same things you can do in the festival site, you know, customize your character, buy new cars, put on new cars, stuff like that. But they're also just really cool items to collect because usually player houses come with really unique and cool perks. This very first one that we get, the house is called The Gables, and it comes with a really cool perk that we'll talk about once we get there. But for now, let's just drive. Sunny day. Nice drift. This car is so satisfying to drift and drive. Oh, we're heading through the festival. Foot to the gas. Woo! Perfect. Oh man, that was really close. 175 miles per hour. That's a pretty good max speed. Okay, that guy bumped into that guy a little bit, but it's okay. Alright, about a mile. Nice flower fields. Let's see the yellow. And now we head to our very first beauty spot. Now across the map, oh look, some sheep. Across the map there are different beauty spots that take mark of special locations around the Forza Horizon, and here's our very first.
Ah, the Uffington White Horse. This thing's incredible. The first prehistoric display of horsepower. One.
Kind of interesting that there's a horse carved into this hill here.
The film producers bought this house to use as a set, but when filming wrapped, they just left it. I had a word, and you know what? They said you could have the house for free as a thank you for your work on the movie.
So hey, being a stunt driver for a day, it has its perks. Let's buy our very first player house for completely free.
Excellent. Well, since this one's on the movie company, here's the keys.
Cute little spot.
This is where your threads are stored. Your wardrobe is like a map of your career. So the more you get yourself out there, the more clothes you'll get in return. A big name needs a big style.
That's right. Now we have the opportunity to check out some wardrobe. There's lots of different clothes throughout the game we can style our character with. A variety of them come in different rarities, such as the gold clothes. These are the more rare ones. As you can see, they come in different sets and stuff like that. And a lot of these are earned through special races or mostly through wheel spins. There's tops, jackets, pants, shoes, hats, eyewear. We even got some special funny nose equipments, which are holiday exclusive. We've got the wrist, we got gloves, we got special outfits. I can even dress as Santa. Or as a chicken. Or I could turn into... Where's it at? The Easter Bunny. There's all kinds of crazy stuff.
You can bust a move to show off before a race, and bust an even bigger move for when you win. Trust me, it'll be great.
Okay. Now the emotes in this game are quite the experience because they definitely vary. Some of them are a little bit obscenely outdated. And some of them are just kind of like... This is one of my favorite games of all time, by the way. Think about that every time we do these streams. I like the game that has the whip and nay and the running man. Okay? I like this game. Alright? Don't make fun of my game. We'll put on the two-step for our victory dance. So yeah, this character customization doesn't really get too deep anyway, except for one special thing. Every category of clothing has, if we go way to the bottom, typically, or here they are, special golden gear. There's the gold shirt, for example, the golden tank top. I think there's one more somewhere, but regardless, the gold items are in every category, and they are all some of the rarest gear in the entire game. Gold blazer, golden leather jacket. They are rare items, and we are going to hope to have the entire golden set by the end of this playthrough, which is going to be quite the task, but we'll try our best. For now, I think we're pretty good with our outfit as we have it. We don't really have any cool items. I guess I'll throw a hoodie on. Fits my character, right? We're heading to autumn, too. It'll get a little chilly. Maybe we'll put on some skinny jeans. Oh, man. Red Converse? Or black Air Force Ones? I kind of like our slip-ons. We'll keep them. But, yeah. We still can't, buy anything or anything, but for now, we're comfy with our 2 cars and stuff like that. But before we leave the house and continue on our adventure, I believe, can we? Yes, we can. This is the livery section where we can put special paint jobs on our car. And they range from cool little Monster Energy ones to outright anime girls. People do it all in this game, and some of the creativity is really, really impressive. I'm going to go keep it as we have it now, but I just wanted to show you that because I'm sure we'll put some paint on some of our other cars. But I like the look of these two as they are, so we'll keep them the same. We can also put on different car horns. And they also all range from normal stock horns to In the Hall of the Mountain King. There's all kinds of crazy fun customizations that we'll get to. And there's also sound effects you can get as well. It's the greatest game ever. I love this game so much. And with that, let us continue our on adventure. Looks like it's time for the trees to gain some color. What a transition.
Well, look who made it to the autumn season. You are this close to qualifying for the next round of the Dirt Racing Series. You should come back to Tarnhouse. It's completely different in autumn.
So yeah, the autumn look definitely applies quite the nice colorful aesthetic to the map. That's one of the many reasons I like it. You wouldn't believe how much the map differs in look throughout the seasons. We'll see that a lot more now that we're in Horizon Autumn, but let's go ahead and head into what is now our third race. However, we are going to be repeating the Tarnhouse Scramble, which we did earlier, but with a little bit of autumn flair.
Hey, Mole Man. We've added some more stations to your radio. If you're into drum and bass, then tune into Hospital Records. And if you're into something much calmer, Timeless FM is back with a healthy dose of classical.
She pretty much said it for me. Hospital's a pretty good radio with drum and bass music. And then there's Timeless, which plays Symphony Number 40 in G minor by Mozart. I'll stick with my Horizon Pulse. Love to see the color. Got a bit of rain on our front windshield here, but it's okay. Won't stop us from being the best. The color in the trees is just so awesome. I know I'm probably beating a dead horse by saying that, but it's wonderful. I also wanted to just point out the small attention to details as well this game has, like how it's in Great Britain, so people drive on the left side of the road. You know, just small little details like that. We, of course, can drive on any side of the road we want, because we're the best. But I just like the small detail, you know? You can even see the wipers active, the rain falling off the car. When we get to some of the rainier days, you will definitely be able to see it, trust me. The rain also makes the roads a little more slippery. But we're not really feeling it too much right now. That'll be more towards spring. Till then, let's head for another scramble.
So, I should probably let you know that the mud will be real slippy out there because of all that rain we've been getting recently. Same course, totally different drive.
Alright, so if you remember the... Oh, well, I guess I should address what's on screen first. So yeah, every once in a while, once we're doing very good, we'll see this little pop-up that will allow us to raise the difficulty of the drivatars, so we're going to make it a little harder now and receive a little bit more bang for our buck in return. But yeah, as mentioned, it's quite the rainy day at Tarnhouse, and we are going to have a much muddier race. If you remember the spring section of the introduction, it's a lot like that. So, let's get muddy. From the puddles to the much slippier course, as you can already tell. Mud racing is just a totally different experience. And it's a pretty awesome experience, I must say. Out the way, sir. Subaru is just perfect for the muddy course. Plows through any puddle. Isn't slowed down by a little bit of a moppier day. But yeah, as he mentioned, it is true. It is the same course, but a much different drive. Now we got dirt on the tires. Harder difficulty. This is like the fastest I've ever reached first in any course, but maybe we're just that good. A little bit of a splash down there. We are tame in the mud right now. Look at that drift. I'm killing it today. This is what happens when I warm up before we play. Okay. Jinxed myself. I totally botched that turn, but it's a one-time thing. Entering our final lap here. So many hot air balloons in the sky, oh man. Now in some ways I feel like a mini tour guide, which I like quite a lot. It's quite fun. I'm like the driver, not just in the car, but like I'm the driver and showing you around the cool world of Forza, which is awesome. Through the puddle, nothing stops us. Fly around the corner. Fly through the checkpoint. Way ahead of the pack again. Above average difficulty's not gonna stop me. Because we are done. Just like that. Till I make it, make it. Ooh, 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 ooh.
What a drive! Woo! Oh, we'll have you in round 2 of the dirt racing series. Thank you very much. It doesn't matter if you've already done this route. The fans will keep coming back for more. You'll get noticed, and it'll help you qualify for the next round. It's a win-win.
Hey, Moman. Welcome to the Horizon Autumn season. My team are helping me find our most influential rookie to compete in the next showcase. Want it to be you? Convince me. Beck tells me you're in round 2 of the road racing series. And Joel mentioned that someone named Mike Steele is after you about a stunt thing. Speaking of stunts, Jay's on the hunt for our next stunt hero. And Alex says he's ready to kick off round 2 of dirt racing. But he's really excited to get going on the cross-country series. Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh man. We got quite a lot to do. So, there's a lot I want to mention before we continue and head into anything else, as obviously our map has filled up with quite the sum of events. As you can see, instead of us earning influence to move to the next season, now we are earning influence to qualify for the Autumn Showcase event. Showcase events are special races that are unique to every season, and they are some of the most insane races in the game. They're typically one-on-one races against very, very, very cool vehicles. Like, I'm talking boats, planes, trains. There's all kinds of things we're going to be racing in the showcase events. We need to get some influence first, though, and as you can see, we've now unlocked Chapter 2 of the Stunt Driver. We have some speed traps and speed zones to go through, which I mentioned a little bit earlier. They're just things that track your speed, and if you do fast enough speeds in the areas, you get stars and you get credits. It's pretty simple. We've got some new influence boards, which I talked about earlier, to smash. We have Horizon Super 7, which is a challenge game that you basically pull a card from this random board of challenges, and it gives you a special challenge that you have to complete. I hate to rain on your parade if you sounded kind of intrigued by that. We're not going to be playing Horizon Super 7 in this playthrough. You're just going to see this big marker, and we're never going to touch it, because I personally don't find it very fun, but it's a cool little unique event. Next to our Horizon Festival site, you will notice now we have Horizon Backstage, which is a way that we're going to be able to redeem some of the rarest cars in the game. This is for much, much later. I don't know why we unlock it at this point, because we can't use this until, like, level 50. So we have some waiting to do. We have the brand new Top Gear series. If you've ever seen the show Top Gear, you'll know what this is all about. Building crazy cars and doing crazy things with them. Blah, blah, blah. We've got new road races. We've got new dirt races. We've got the new cross-country series. There's a lot going on, and we've got a lot to tackle. I want to also mention quickly a couple of other markers that are around the map that you're going to see. Let's begin with Fortune Island. So, I mentioned a little bit before how in Season 1 of Forza Horizon 4, we're going to tackle this base map. The game also comes with 2 special paid expansions, which I paid for years ago, obviously, and they are Fortune Island and Lego Speed Champions. I love both of those expansions a lot, but we are not going to get into them for a long time. So when you see them pop up on the map, don't be too intrigued by them. And finally, we have the Eliminator, which is pretty much a Forza version of Fortnite, is the best way that I can put it. You race against a bunch of other cars, and the last car standing that gets first is the winner. Again, not anything we're going to do. I don't find it very fun. Just wanted to bring it up because they're the big symbols on the screen that you're going to be seeing a lot on the map, but that's not where we're going to be heading. We're actually going to go ahead and go back and complete Chapter 2 of the stunt track.
Hey, Mo Man. Just letting you know.
I just said this.
Now open. Come on down and browse. Or I can send the catalog to your house if you prefer.
Great. What's she gonna say now? Nothing? Alright, great. We're gonna break away from our route here, and we're gonna drive down and get this very first influence board. I talked earlier about how you can smash these special boards to give you XP, or influence, and we're gonna break our very first one. They vary in score from 1,000 to 3,000 to 5,000, and usually the lower the score, the easier to get.
Found a skill point.
You all right?
You can use your skill point here to unlock car masteries. Every car has its own set, offering unique perks and bonuses. But skill points can be spent on any car you own.
With the breaking of that influence board, we now unlock our very first skill point. I talked about skill points and the numbers and stuff earlier, but for now we're just going to spend our first and get our first upgrade, which just gives us 2,000 free influence. Simple as that.
Hey, no, you were supposed to crash into that thing. It was a bonus board. Kira's had her team hide them all over the place. That one was good for an influence boost.
Alright, great. Thanks for telling me that, even though I already knew. Now, I don't actually know if you remember this, because you might have been asleep. I'm not sure. But, at the very end of Part 1 yesterday, we tackled the Stunt Driver series. We did a big jump through a big windmill, with a Bugatti. It was really cool. It was awesome. But now we are heading on to chapter number 2. Every story has 10 chapters, so we will be completing those chapters along the way. We've got another influence board hiding over here. There we go. Oh, I didn't mean to change the radio. Wait, what? I love this song. I didn't know this song was in this game. See, it just keeps getting better, right? And it was over. Okay, never mind. This game keeps getting worse. Here we are, back on the stunt driver set. Let's go to the next chapter.
Look who it is. Ready to get back into the real excitement? I'll bet you are.
A bit rainy.
Right. We've closed some roads over the coast. You'll want to take your car there. Can't let you out the stunt vehicle yet. You'll understand when you see it.
The nice thing about doing these stories is I don't really remember them,
Off to meet the stunt unit on the south board.
so it'll be a cool
Don't
surprise.
wait too long, yeah? I don't like that.
Got some rock and roll to go with it. It's a heavy rainy one. Oh yeah, you can really tell. Oh man, I tried to drift and slid right off. Seems like an epic cockpit moment. Oh man, look at the rain. .3 miles to go. Bit of a distance drive here. We're going to pick up the stunt vehicle, whatever it is, so let's hope it'll be worth it. I have to itch my nose. Ah! Oh, forget going around the roundabout. Squeezed through pretty nicely there. All right.
Here we are. I'll do the final briefing and then you're up.
Let's see what we have in store. Oh, God.
Jets or jumps this time. Just a beautiful high-speed drive along the coast road. Apparently it's all the same movie. I wouldn't know. Haven't read the script. You're driving this. What can I say? Sometimes there are perks in this job. Here we go. Scene 29. Beauty Drive. Action!
Before we get to this beauty drive, let's talk about what we're driving for a second. This is the 1939 Auto Union Type D. One of the very first, most experimental cars ever.
Just don't hit anything, whatever you do.
As you can see, it can catch some speed, but I'm pretty sure that's mostly due to its very aerodynamic shape. Obviously, for our challenge here, it's a beauty drive, so we can't really hit anything.
Coming up on the coast road
Oh!
Put your foot down.
Oh my god, that was really close. Alright, let's catch some speed. Oh my god, this thing is terrible to control. By the way, the blue line on the road is just the suggested fastest route to go from point A to point B. I'll be ignoring it typically, so just take it as like a marker of where we're going. Okay, I'm gonna rewind. Also, when that line reaches red colors, that usually means I'm supposed to brake, and I did not decide to brake, so I just flew off the side of the road there. Okay, now we're better.
All the way up to the lighthouse. Come on. Straight line speed. Here we go.
I'm going, Mike. I'm going, Mike. I'm off the road, Mike. Hold on. This is such a strange car. I've never driven anything like this in terms of, like, control and handling. This thing feels so weird. And we've done it! Oh, God.
Beautiful. Yeah, the shot, I mean, the car and the setting and the whole effect. Your driving was half decent too.
Thanks, Mike. 3 stars and a classy end to Chapter 2. Wow. That was quite the experience. We got the showcase event against the Behemoth.
Great news! I've found a driver for our first showcase event. A rookie, no less. Unproven but highly skilled. Huge potential. I think they're going to make this one to remember. So, you doing anything right now?
No, we are not. It's go time. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me, game.
Ah, you have a VIP pass, do you? Well, the house is yours. Right this way. Let me show you around.
Thanks to us being a VIP member, that's code for I bought the expansive edition of this game, we get a special house, the Lake Lodge. Its perk is that we can earn double Forzathon points, which that perk is pretty useless until much later on in the game, but when the time comes to talk about it, we'll talk about it, don't worry. I figured 4-hour journey. Oh dear, okay. Also in the VIP package, I keep getting blocked by other things to talk about, I'm sorry. But also in the VIP package, we get some special Forza Edition cars. 3 specifically. We have the Transit Super Sport van, a 2011 Ford van. Yeah, quite the vehicle it is. It's so great, actually, that I'm going to get rid of it because that's terrible. We have 2 very nice cars, though, that we will be keeping around. We have the 2016 Nissan Titan Warrior Concept. It is only a C-tier vehicle, meaning it's pretty below average, but we're going to have the ability to upgrade our cars later on, and it will be a beast. And finally, we have the 2010 Pagani Zonda R, which, as you can see, with a score of 986, is one of the upper tier supercars in Forza. We're going to actually make this golden beauty with a speed of 8.9 and 10 on both handling and braking our ride to the top of the map. I mean, come on, just look at this thing. Like, this is no joke. Well, we've got a 7.2 mile drive to the Lake Lodge, so we might as well get there quick. And this thing is quick, alright. So quick that I just crashed right into the back of that van. That would have been a really tight squeeze anyway. the Pagani Zonda is actually one of my least favorite cars to drive in this game, personally. As we head through the quaint little city, town, village place, if you even want to call it that, it's kind of just a couple of houses in a row, of Ashbrook. The Pagani Zonda is not really one of my favorite cars. I personally am not a big fan of the gold shine on the exterior for starters. I think it looks pretty stupid. And there's other cars that do the speed and do the handling and things this car does in so much more stylish fashion, but I wanted to show it off because it's kind of the free VIP vehicle that you get for being this awesome. We're now gonna go ahead and cross the beautiful lake here and head into the Lakehurst Forest. And these are just one of the roads where you can really soak in the autumn look and soak in crashing head on into people because I keep itching my face. I have like an itchy spot on my face, so I keep taking my thumb off the joystick. Alright, here we go. Can we break 200 on this road? Yes, we can! I told you though, this thing is quick like a rocket. Woo! It's pretty fun to control, I'll give it that much. Not my favorite looking car, though.
Entry to the list of big, ridiculous modes of transport I've seen floating around the festival over the years. Literally floating, in this case. Did anybody lose a hovercraft? Let Amy know here at Pulse if you have. And in the meantime, we'll see if we can have some fun with it.
Oh, man. This showcase is going to be quite the event. I'm very excited to show you this. But yeah, so the Forza Edition cars that come very, very specially, only available through wheel spins, otherwise given in packages such as the VIP Pass, are special cars that are custom tailored and made by the Forza developers. They're kind of just special little stamped cars, like here are some of our favorite cars in Forza style, you know. It's a cool little thing, and it's fun to drive around in the Forza Edition cars because not only are they sort of like approval stamped Forza cars for how cool they are, it's also just nice to get a little taste of developer love. Break our third 1000 influence board. Too wide on that turn. And let us cruise our final mile. We're heading now to one of my personal favorite player houses in the game. Despite the fact it's VIP free, it's also just really cool looking, which I think adds a little bit of flair to it as well. It is 6:30 already. Where did the day go? Unrelated to the game, wow. Now the reason this house is called the Lake Lodge, because if you look right out here, here is the Derwent Water. This is the biggest lake on the map, and I believe the biggest lake in Forza. Now, later on, there's something very cool about this lake, and a little secret that we're going to get into later. But, as many other things are in this game, the Derwent Water is a real lake in northwest England. It is also located with an island in the center, as you can see right there. That is St. Herbert's Island. It's based off of real locations, and there's a special little house that we can't get to right now because, well, we're not able to swim. But it's just a cool little thing, and it's another thing that makes this game so special. Derwent Water also has been nicknamed the Queen of the Lakes because of the way that it sort of cradles all of the islands and all the falls and the boats. It's a historic area, and it's nice for them to pay homage. Just wanted to quickly talk about that, as now we move in right next door.
Here we go. House and grounds with private road access. You can sit in the front room and watch the quiet, calm waters. That is assuming I don't have to help a stranded driver in the middle of the lake again.
So yes, this Lake Lodge is, I believe, the third most expensive house in the entire game at 5 million credits. We only have 243,000 right now, for reference. We don't even have close to 1 million. So we get it completely free with the VIP pass, and it comes with 2 special bonuses. I'll talk more about the Forza-thon boost later, but we also get 5 super wheel spins, which I'll show you right after we move in.
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty jealous of that view. You leave the paperwork to me anyway. Congratulations.
Now we have the option to set this as our home, which will automatically make it our spawn location whenever we first boot up the game. For now, we are going to set our spawn home to the Gables, the first one, as it's much closer to everything. This house is sort of at the top of the map away from everything. But, regardless, it's a nice place. Now that we've hit level 5, we can access the auto show. This is our go-to stop and shop where we can buy all kinds of cars. And this car list will only get bigger as we level up. Think about that. And this isn't even half of the cars in the game. In total, if you put in consideration to the limited edition cars, along with the cars that you can only access by paying money through things like DLC packages, there is a total of 753 different cars in Forza Horizon 4. We're not going to be unlocking every single one. On my main account, currently I'm sitting at around 612, so I have almost all of them, but I'm still missing about 150. We're not going to get every single one of them, but we're going to get some of my personal favorites, and just some of the coolest ones. In the auto show, you can buy 640 of the 753 cars. So this is pretty much the go-to shop to gain access to cars. Currently, we're only sitting at 243,000 credits, which, believe it or not, is not many in the grand scheme of things. Some cars, as I'll show here, by pushing the right button, increase in value all the way up to 5 million credits for one car. These are your McLarens, your vintage classic Maseratis, your Ferraris, your Bugattis. These are most of the collectible cars. A lot of these are from the 30s and 40s and are vintage. This one right here should look familiar. We just finished driving this car, and it is the most expensive vehicle that you can purchase in the auto show at 10 million credits. And spending 10 million credits on a B-tier car might seem pretty crazy, but as you'll learn as we play through the game, the car purchasing and selling dynamic of Forza is one of the things that makes it so beloved. Now, there's a lot of cars, but we're going to have to just pick one for now. There's a certain car that I want to go ahead and buy before we continue on, as it is close to my heart. One I like quite a lot. And it is right here. This is the Audi R8, which I'm going to buy in... Is there like a nice black or white? This one actually looks alright. Oh, yeah. This is the Audi R8 V10 Plus. This is one of my personal favorite cars ever. I love Audis, and I love the slick looks of these things. Inside and out, they're just eye candy. And we're going to buy our very first one for basically all of our money at $242K. But it's pretty worth it. And there we go. We've bought our first love. Our first car from the auto show. Now, the main reason I bought this car compared to some of the others is I wanted a solid street racing car that could compete once we head into those races. This is Forza Vista, the mission we're looking at here. This is where we can do cool things such as pop open all the doors, take a look in the interior. There's a lot of different ways to look and enjoy the cars of Forza, which I like quite a lot. We're going to head out here. As you can see, we can even wrap around to the back. And to the front hood as well. We can even customize the cars and change things such as the tires. And even the lights and bumpers up front. We're going to leave tuning and customizing cars for another day. And for now, we're just going to hit the road with our sweet new ride. Quickly, just to give an example, compared to our Subaru, they're relatively close. 852 is the grade for the Subaru, and 856 is the grade for our Audi. Now we have a showcase event to attend to as we race the Behemoth, but first, let's go ahead and check out those wheel spins. These are super wheel spins.
If you liked the Horizon wheel spin, wait till you try the Horizon Super wheel spin. Same principle,
Ooh.
but you get 3 prizes instead of 1, plus a higher chance of winning something really special.
So yeah, the super wheel spin gives you 3 wheel spins at one time, and we are more likely to get rare cars. As you can see, we got a Forza Edition Alfa Romeo, which is actually a pretty nice car. I talked a bit about Forza Editions earlier. We've got a couple more of these to spin. Let's hope for some good. We want some purples and some golds, right? Oh my gosh. Let me know in chat if I should put the chicken suit on. Ooh. Oh, we got a crown! Never mind, I might have to put the crown on. Also got a cool horn theme. Another horn. Leopard print. Yikes. And our final super wheel spin. We actually almost got that $10 million car. Oh, wow. We did get 250,000 credits, though, so we pretty much earned back the money we spent. We also now have 7 special normal wheel spins. We're going with the crown? Alright, sounds good.
Oh,
We got a
yeah,
pink
you'll
beanie?
Look sharp in those.
Oh,
You
thanks,
can head home
Kira.
to change if you
Oh.
like, or just do it here at the festival site.
The legendary confused
I expect
emote.
to see those dance moves next time you're on the podium. Head home if you want to practice, or try new ones.
We even have a
Oh,
cash.
dear.
Okay, are you
I
just
knew
gonna
it
tell
was
me
a
everything
good
I
idea
get,
to use
Kira?
Novelty horns as wheel spin prizes. Off you go and equip it then.
What are you gonna say? Wow, you got money. No, nothing. Okay. 100,000 credits. Ooh. 2019 Hyundai. Despite the fact this game came out in 2017, it's been updated with more recent cars, all the way up until 2023. So some of the models might even be brand new. BMW Coupe, not bad. We're not going to be driving all of these cars that I unlock in the wheel spins, as there's just so many of them, but we'll try to touch on as many as we can, And we end with 150,000 credits. So man, we'll be pretty rich now. We got 500,000. We'll just sit on this money for now. I guess we better go home and change into our crown. I am the king after all, right? Alright. King Mole Man. Oh yeah, I forgot also, the VIP comes with a special outfit. I'll put on everything to show you here. That's all? Yeah. It's like a cool little VIP suit. Maybe I'll just wear the VIP suit and the crown. Yeah, it's pretty stylish. There we go. Now we're looking good. Alright. Before we head on our way to the Behemoth, I'm going to quickly take a small intermission, park here, and go get a drink. So I'll be right back. Alright, hello, we are back. And we are better than ever. Let us go ahead and take the drive to the Behemoth, our very first showcase. So currently we're up in the top left corner of the map. This is the more hilly area of the map, and not too much goes on up here, so we won't be up here very much. Oh my god, just listen to the sound of this freaking car. I love the engine on the Audis. Especially the R8, this thing is great. Matter of fact, as I talk about a hilly biome, we have a little bit of mountain climbing to do. Oh. There's an influence board, we'll get it another time though, we've got places to be. This is Glen Ranach. I could be pronouncing that completely wrong, as it is Scottish, I believe, but regardless, this is the major mountain on the map, and it's quite intimidating looking, is it not? Glen Ranach is actually not the name of this mountain, but is a play on words. It's based off of the Glen Ranach Whiskey Company. It's a small family-owned Scottish whiskey company that is known for independent and novelty bottlings. It's just a cool little throwback to one of Scotland's biggest, most beautiful things. They love their whiskey and they love their drinks up in Scotland, so it's perfectly fitting that this mountain is named after their biggest company. But now it is showtime. Let's take on the Behemoth. We get a special Baja truck as well, and we're gonna need it. Because we're going against this monster. Yeah. I told you
Hey,
showcases
Roman.
were against crazy
I know
things.
it feels like you're just getting started, but this showcase is as good an opportunity as you'll get to have some fans screaming your name.
It's time to go. Alright, as you can see, we are head-to-head with the Behemoth. It is a huge hovercraft that goes through just about anything in its way. Big jump here. Oh man, this is just so cool. We're currently behind the wheel of the 1993 Toyota T100 Baja truck. If it looks familiar, it's a lot like the trophy truck that we drove during the winter section of the introduction. I might have... Okay, I did hit that truck one. I thought I might have missed it. Uh-oh. Crossing paths. Oh, yeah. Like I said, the showcase races are always just some of the most epic races. Lots of mud and water. But it's not going to stop us from taking on this Behemoth. It's got a little bit of an advantage. Oh, here we go. Drop it back in on the track. So it's going to be a little hard to pull ahead of this thing, but we're going to try our best here. Oh man, the way it just shakes the screen whenever it even comes close is crazy. Oh, look out, dear! That could have been bad. Big turn here up on the that, just as he mentions, Mortimer Gardens is based off of a real place, but it's a little bit more loose. The actual Mortimer Gardens is a lodging house in Nailsworth, England. It's not actually a crazy Roman kind of statue place like this is. It's actually just a hotel. However, I did a little bit of digging and I found that they are roughly based off of the Roman ruins in the Virginia Gardens, down near Windsor. So, it's kind of a combination of two things. It's Roman ruins and a little bit of British culture. That's our second beauty spot as we continue to explore. And, it's also a little parking lot where we could do a little bit of drifting. But now we have to qualify for Horizon Winter now that the showcase is done, and there's a lot we can do. And what better to do than by go ahead and picking up on our road racing with our new car. But first, let's go ahead and grab these two influence boards that are here next to us while we're here. Very dark. First one is 1,000 under this bridge. There we go. Now this other one, however, is our very first 5,000 influence board, and it is difficult. The ones worth 5,000 influence are typically much harder to reach and are in more challenging positions. Let me try and show you where this one is here. What better way to show you than by using the drone mode? This is just a drone.
Said you were sending it over. You have? Yes, a drone. It's the perfect way to explore and map the festival. After you're done, can I have a play with it, please?
He's definitely right. The drone is awesome for getting some crazy beauty shots of the festival. Kinda in this way. I've got a lot of hours on the drone mode, so I can make this thing look gorgeous. As you can see, up there's our 5,000 influence board. It's a little hard to see, but that's about where it is. And it's not going to be easy to reach. But luckily, we've got this very conveniently placed ramp that's going to hopefully help us get to it. We might not have a car fast enough here, as some of them do take cars with much more enhanced speed. We're going to try a couple times with the Audi, see where we get, and then we might switch to the Subaru because it's a little better for off-road control. Or we could get it first try. Okay, actually we went over it. I did not think that was going to be our problem here. Come on! Second try! Look at that! Okay, we kind of crashed horribly, but we got it second try. And there's our first 5,000 influence board. We only need 11,000 now to head to Winter, so let's get road racing and get some more points. If it seems like the seasons are coming and going a little bit too quickly, you'll get to see much more of them later on once we go through all 4 of the seasons. Head up this fall here and grab this influence board. There's a lot of influence boards, so I'll be straying away from our final destination every once in a while to knock them over, because it's good to collect them. If I could quickly ask, in the chat or through text or whatever real quick, if you could tell, what is your favorite car we've got so far? Do you like the Audi R8? Do you like our blue Subaru? Our orange Dodge Challenger? Or the golden Pagani that I drove around a little bit earlier? What's your favorite car I've shown off so far? Whichever one you pick, I'll use in this next race. Just to add a little bit of flair. Give every car a little bit more of a spotlight, you know? I love the sax in this song. Oh, there's an influence board back here. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. Eight out of 200. Nice.
You're listening to Horizon Pulse, the freshest hits with Amy.
Let's go ahead and spend some more skill points here on our Audi. We've got 5,000 influence. Bam. We've got an instant wheel spin, or we can get risk taker. We'll go ahead and get the instant wheel spin. Let's get something good from it, hopefully. Oh, wait, we have a couple bonus ones as well. Credits, nice. A crappy looking car, and some more money. All we can ask for. Then we've got Ultimate Thrill. Your car's ultimate skill chain scores are increased by 5%. The skill chain is those numbers that pop up on the screen I talked about earlier, and we need 3 skill points for the rest of those, so.
You can race any event in co-op or PvP with drivers you invite from your session.
That is actually something I should probably talk about. You can unlock co-op and PvP modes. Just to get a little bit special out of here.
Let's take a look at Horizon Blueprint. This is something I let our old festival boss play around with in Australia, but they're not here. So
Forza Horizon 3 callback, nice.
Fresh blueprinting talent.
So yes, as mentioned, introduced in Forza Horizon 3 was the blueprinting system. We're not going to be using blueprints a lot, but they're a cool little thing. They're basically just custom events that you can make all by yourself. You can set the season, you can set the weather, the time of day, the type of car you're allowed to use. It's a cool little thing that just provides a little more customization, you know? We're going to usually just go for the Horizon Presents, as it's a special blueprint, and okay. Well, it seems like we can only use the Dodge Charger in this race, so it's good to see it get a little bit more time in the sun. You never forget your first car. The Derwent Lakeside Sprint. Let's do it. Alright. Now, since this is an A-tier car, and the Charger's generally slower than the ones we've got, whatever type of car you use, the drivatars will automatically also go into cars that are around the same stat level as your current car. So these are all A-tier cars, so no one's going to use like a Lamborghini up against this relatively slow Dodge muscle car. That way it's nice and fair. Feels good to be back in this thing, though. It's a little rougher on the turns, as you can tell. But it's just nice, you know? It's a slick-looking car. And from it being from the 60s, it's nice just to get a little vintage muscle feel. This guy ahead of me is going to need to get out of our way. Move it or lose it. Oh, okay. Cut me off. I see you. I can fight fire with fire, buddy. All day long. I touched on this yesterday, but I'll just remind you once again as well. These are progress races, meaning instead of doing laps, we're going from point A to point B. These races are generally quicker and a lot more fun, in my opinion. We'll get into some much bigger progress races that span, basically some of them go almost across the entire map. They're huge races, but they're a lot of fun. That won't be until much later, however. Just having a nice clean drive. Looks a little familiar up here. We're up by Glen Rannoch once again. Love M83, and they're on this radio a lot. They make some great, great dubstep music. We are Racing nice and clean here so far. Knock on wood, please don't slam into this wall or anything. Okay, nice. This guy's hot on our tail still. We're not really breaking away from him too well. Oh yeah, here we go. Get some speed in the Challenger. Head to the cockpit. There's also some other cameras, by the way, such as this one, a bit more dashboard. This one's right on the hood. This one doesn't show the car at all. I don't know why you would use that. But I figured I would just show them off anyway. And now we are done. Oh, my controller batteries are low. Alright, I'll take a quick break to swap those. 1 sec. Hey, I'm back. I'm right on time. We've qualified for Horizon Winter. I did not expect us to do it.
Qualified for Horizon Winter season. Conditions and competition will be fierce. Woolly seat covers and hot water bottles are optional.
I'm so excited for this. Alright. Let us go ahead and take the drive to the festival. We're gonna kiss autumn goodbye for now, but it's time for winter.
Pop non-stop.
Horizon, listen up. It's time for another news flash, ranked in order of importance. Here we go.
Quickly, I want to turn up the radio just to tell a small story. That's too much.
Or descending order, I'll leave you to decide. Amy certainly knows what she thinks.
Okay. I'm going to turn it up just a touch more. This song is the opening theme for Forza. If you remember a little earlier on from yesterday, it plays at the very beginning of the game. The song is called A Moment Apart, and it's by a pop group known as Odeza. I could go on about this song for hours. It's one of my favorite songs of all time, and I have a lot of personal connections and stories to it. The pretty glitzy sounds and all the cool things about it resonate very close with me. I talked a lot about how this game is one of my favorite games of all time, and I fell in love with Forza during COVID. A lot of my... Oh, come on! Why? Right now?
Best road racer here at Horizon, so I'll be taking the fastest qualifiers through after each round and eliminating the rest. Welcome
Okay.
to round 3.
Thanks. Anyways.
Here's how this is going to work.
Oh my
We're not
god.
sanctioned by the festival. We make our own rules. The best racers stay and the rest go home. This is the street scene. I mean, if that's cool with everyone.
My sweet story just got assassinated. But I will continue to tell it again, hopefully with no interruptions. I got into Forza a lot during COVID, and a lot of my very best memories with this game come from playing with the OG4, which is a nickname that I use and we use to refer to me, Ian, Jack, and my cousin B. So, hearing the song invigorates a lot of feelings. I get very emotional, typically. It takes me back to an era that I love. I always will remember opening this game and hearing this song. And I used it in the background of a lot of videos that I used to make during the Team Legend gaming era. So yeah, that's a little soppy story about A Moment Apart and why the opening of this game and why the game as a whole means so much to me. Even now, when I open up Forza to play for the Tristan T Plays channel, it resonates. I feel it a lot, but it was a story that I think is worth telling. And maybe someday for this, I'll do a little special where I get Ian B and Jack back in and get everybody together to do a cruise or something like that. I've played so much Forza, and I'm very glad that I get to share the experience with you, as it is a very special game to me. Okay, serious mode done. It's freaking race time, okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's freaking race time. As mentioned, we've unlocked the next stage of both the road racing series and the street scene. So we'll get to those a little bit later, but of course, first we need to head to the festival and head into the winter. Let's first start by going back and getting this influence board. Okay, that was almost deadly. We've been live for an hour and a half? Almost 2 hours? Oh my gosh. Time flies. I could do this all night, and I might just. We're getting a little wet to grab this 1,000 influence board. There we go. Come on, Dodge. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, yep. Not exactly the best car for the water. I picked up my gifts? No, I have to do that. Good call. I'm actually doing it right now. The message center, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll start with the super wheel spins. We'll start with these. There's so many of them. Oh, come on. The Porsche is cool, but I want the money. Be right back. Hello. Apologies for the small break. We're back. Had to go do a couple small things. I'll get back to this later. For now, I got driving to do. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Texting and driving at the same time is hard. Should be good simple not to do it in real life. Where's the radio? I must turn it off. Alright. I bumped into a speed trap. Those just simply keep track of our speed. We get little rewards if we get high scores, but not too worried about that right now. I could turn up the in-game sound, yeah. I just worry that it's going to overpower me. I'll turn up the, this stuff. I guess I might as well just turn freaking everything up. Hold on. Save and continue. Turn this up a tad. Let me know if this is too loud. Or if it's overpowering me. I have other ways that I can fix it. Alright. It's perfect? Alright, awesome. Glad to hear that. Okay. We are on the way now to head to Horizon Winter. Were you, real quick, if I may ask, were you here for... Alex, shut up. Were you here for whenever we did the Behemoth race, or did you miss it? Did you miss the Behemoth race? You can just hit me on Snap if you want. I'm curious. I'll feel so bad if you missed it. I'll grab this influence board real quick. Oh yeah, tail whip. Aw, no! You missed the Behemoth. And that means you missed my sappy story as well. Okay. You missed my sappy story and you missed the Behemoth, but that's okay. I'll put this... I'll send you the VOD if you want to watch back the little bit you missed, because you actually missed a good bit. But it's okay. It's alright. For now, we are off to winter.
Hey, Mole Man. Welcome to the winter season. I'm putting together our winter showcase. If you can think of a driver with a little bit of experience, a lot of influence, and a train to catch, be sure to let me know, yeah?
Yes! You're really nailing all of those speed traps, aren't you? Don't stop now. I'm just getting started.
I think I know a racer. Welcome to winter. The Horizon. Yeah, nice. Okay, we'll just call it that. The Forza Horizon map has frozen over. As you can see, we have lost about all of our autumn color. But that's okay. Now in the winter season, the roads get tougher than ever. And we are going to more than likely need maybe to pick up a new car. So let's go ahead and enter the Horizon Festival site. And let's get something that'll keep us powered through the snow.
Fancy a new ride? You can buy it here.
Alright. Actually, instead of buying a new ride, why don't we just buff up one we've already got? I talked a little bit earlier about the 2016 Nissan Titan Warrior. But we're hopping in it now, because what other time would it be for a big off-road powered truck like this thing than the winter time? And I mean, just look at this thing. Calling it a Titan is perfectly fitting. It's a monster. It's also C-Class. 5.6 speed, 6.2 handling, 5.2 acceleration. Low stats across the board. But using the upgrades and tuning menu, we're going to spend a little bit of cash to
It's a
upgrade.
garage, obviously. It's where you come
A
to work on
garage?
your cars. Makes sense so far.
Oh, whoa. We can put on a body kit preset to upgrade.
So here's how much it'll cost. Look good?
Okay, we'll give it a second
Of
here.
course, if you're more about ends than means, you can use our auto upgrade service. Just pick a performance target and I'll make it happen.
So yes, this is the auto upgrade menu, which we can use to toggle the car to different class types. However, instead, we're going to go ahead and head to the Find New Tunes menu.
The mechanics of the festival keep an archive of every engine setup that you can access here. Have a browse, get one rigged up under your hood, and enjoy.
As Kira mentioned, these are all player-made tunes and customizations to make the upper level vehicle. This is going to be good. Come on. Where are we going? Alright. We're just going to look for the biggest and best number here. 908. Download and install. So yeah, it might take a little bit of a pretty penny for the bigger upgrades, but regardless. Beautiful. Alright, there we go. That's about all I wanted to do, I believe. New Alfa Romeo we got. Maybe we'll give that a try later on. Some random cars here and there. Yeah, that thing's rough. One sec here. Where's my... Where is it? Sorry, I'm looking for a setting on Xbox and I can't find it. Oh well. Right. Truck's out. And with that, I believe we're at a good break point for now. I may come live again a little bit later for a third part, but I think we're going to stop it here. We got a good 2 hours out. We got through all of Horizon Autumn. We did our first showcase event with the Behemoth. We got some brand new fresh cars. And next time we will take on and begin Horizon Winter and check out the adventures we have on the way. And with that, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in part 3. Peace.